Hi, I'm Tim Gillingham with Gold Tip, and today we've got the Pierce lineup of arrows for you. Okay, the Pierce is a very versatile micro diameter shaft that can be used for target and or for hunting application, and any one of these shafts can be used for either purpose. Okay, in this Pierce lineup of arrows, the very best arrow in the lineup is the Pierce Tour. Okay, the Pierce Tour is billed as a target arrow. You can, however, buy it for hunting. You will have to buy your hunting inserts and components separately because it comes as shaft only. Now, this shaft is available in a 250 spine, a 300 spine, a 340, a 400, a 5, 6, and 700. In the Pierce lineup of arrows, this is the only shaft that you can get currently in a 6 and a 700 spine. Moving on to the Pierce Platinum. The Pierce Platinum is probably the most popular. It's billed as a hunting arrow, sold and packaged as a hunting arrow. It does come in 2 different SKUs. You can get it with or without the hunting insert. So if you decide you want to shoot this arrow for target archery, you can get it without the inserts, okay? It's a 0025 straightness, plus or minus half a grain weight spec, and it comes standard with Nock collars, GTO Nocks, and whatever insert system. If you buy the insert system, you'll get the, if you get it as a hunting arrow, it'll come with the, the 2-part insert system that we have. The Pierce Hunter is a 006 version of this particular arrow. As with the Platinum, it's available in 250, 300, 340, 400, and 500 spine. Comes standard with a GTO Nock in the end and the 2-part insert system. Okay, for you hunters out there, we got to figure out a way to mount a broadhead to a small diameter arrow. Gold Tip's solution is a 2-part insert system where the broadhead, in any 166 shaft is going to fit outside of the shaft. So your broadhead will screw in here, and we'll cover some videos later on teaching you how to spin tune broadheads and put these inserts in correctly. But that's one of the challenges, that the broadhead sits out on the end of the shaft. So you have half the point screwed in there, and then you have this ballistic collar that slides over the end and then shores everything up. Your standard 5/16 fill points will fit flush with these inserts, so you'll want the 5/16 fill points for all ballistic collars. The Pierce Hunter also takes the same insert system as the Pierce Platinum for hunting, and so everything we just covered will apply there also. Okay, on the Nock end of the arrow, the Platinum and the Hunter come standard with the GTO Nock. Now, the Platinum does come with the Nock collar where the Hunter shaft does not. You can purchase that separately. You also have the option of a pin Nock. If you're, running Pierce Tours, I highly recommend, or if you're running, for target archery, I'd highly recommend this system here. It's a pin Nock system with a mini HD pin Nock, okay? I also incorporate a Nock collar, and since the inception of this shaft, I've yet to break the back of a shaft incorporating this system. You'll bend a few pins here and there, break a few Nocks, but I have yet to damage the back of an arrow. It's just a very, very robust system, and it protects the end of that arrow quite nicely. Can be used across the spectrum in all those shafts, but those are, kind of some of your Nock options for this lineup of arrows. Okay, from the factory fletch options for hunting arrows are going to be, again, our 2.71 Q2I Fusion X Vanes, okay, in a 4-fletch pattern. That's available to you. Very good option for fixed blade broadheads and a variety of mechanical broadheads on the market. You can also get the Raptor Vane like I have here on this arrow. It's a 2-inch high profile similar to the Blazer. From Q2I, we use exclusively Q2I vanes here. They provide a very, durable vane with a dual base. As far as target archery goes, the sky is the limit. Smaller diameter arrows need less fletching to control them. It kind of depends whether you're shooting them for target application, whether you're shooting them for hunting application. Here I have a 700 spine Pierce Tour fletched up with a 1.5 4-fletch pattern. Adequate for that little bitty arrow to steer it. My hunting arrow right here is a unique option. I've got a Q2I 2.1 Fusion SL vane, and the reason I can go to a smaller vane, I'm running this unique system. It's a glue-in model broadhead that eliminates the insert system from Thorn broadheads. A very good system. I've really started to like that. Been shooting that for the last couple of years. So fletching is kind of up to what you're trying to control. Factory fletch options are covered. The sky's kind of the limit for you. This Pierce lineup of arrows has a variety of different target point offerings available to it. Now, the target points are designed to fit a specific range of shafts, diameter wise. You can put the 120 grain shaft in a 700 spine, but you will get a pretty good lip that you're probably not going to like. So we'll kind of cover which ones fit the best. Now, the 250 spine arrow here I have, it has a 120 grain point in it. That 120 grain point will fit from a 250 on down to a 400 spine. The 400's got a little bit of a lip to it, but I still think it's good enough, and it's not really a deal killer. Moving on, you've got a 100 grain base point. That 100 grain base point in a large will fit, 300, 340, 400. From there, we do an extra small point. The extra small point will flush fit the 500, and it'll fit the 600 and the 700 shaft quite nicely. There's also an 80 grain extra small point that fits those smaller diameter, 500 to 700 spine shafts. Now, those are just the base points. Then you have a 10 and a 20 grain FAC weight system, as you have in all your Gold Tip target points and inserts, that allow you to micro adjust the weight of those points and get that arrow weight and that point weight and FOC right where you want it. Where this arrow really shines is at long distance and in the wind. It's going to be a great penetrating arrow for you bow hunters, but with this small diameter does create some challenges in arrow builds. If you'll visit Gold Tip's Arrow University and our YouTube channel, there'll be videos there that'll help you build the absolute perfect arrow for your use. Again, I'm Tim Gillingham, and thanks for tuning in. For more information on these fine Gold Tip products and technical training, please visit us at goldtip.com, Gold Tip's Arrow University, and our YouTube channel.